Welcome into the campus of Upperman High School in Baxter, Tennessee. This side of this District 7 AAA baseball matchup between the visiting DeKalb County Tigers and the hosting Upperman Bees. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network, joined in the Jeff Petey Goolsby press box by my broadcast partner Jacob Vincent. Petey is here as well. On Stats to our right, welcome back to our friend as we are moments away from first pitch. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Thought we were going to be here on Monday. Instead, we're here on Wednesday in Baxter. The Bees victorious yesterday over the Tigers 13-2, looking to sweep their third district series of the year. DeKalb County trying to get a crucial split. On the mound, the right-handed senior Carson Newman signee Alec Wilson. We'll talk about his start to the season after the starting lineup for the Tigers here on the road under head coach Tad Webb with a record of 12 victories and 13 losses, but they are 2-3 in the district. Leading things off is the catcher Ty Webb. The shortstop, Dallas Kirby, bats second. Tucker Webb's the second baseman. He'll bat third. Batting cleanup is the first baseman, Evan Pritchard. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Luke Johnson. Batting sixth is the DH, Silas Kirksey. Batting seventh is the third baseman, Colin Young. Batting eighth is the starting pitcher today, Preston Taylor. And rounding out the lineup is the left fielder, Andrew Dacus. The center fielder, Ben Driver, is not batting, being hit for by Kirksey. As I mentioned, the opponent today for the Tigers, the right-handed number one in the rotation, Alec Wilson. For the Bees, we've talked a lot about him throughout this season, Jacob, but simply this, he's been the best pitcher in the Upper Cumberland so far this season.
He has. He's been dominating with his breaking ball stuff, and he hadn't been walking a lot of guys, a lot of strikeouts. His strikeout numbers this season have been absolutely phenomenal so far, and even in district play, obviously they've been really good, but 54 strikeouts in just the 33 innings of work so far for him, just a dominant number for him, and expect to see a lot of that tonight.
Wilson is 4-1 on the season. He has five starts. This is his sixth, 3 complete games, 1.27 ERA, and the first pitch of the game is a strike on the outside corner to Ty Webb, and if that's a strike today, Alec Wilson's going to pound that outside corner over and over as he rips the breaking ball in, and it's quickly 0-2. Good hitter in the top half of this DeKalb order, dangerous. They struck for 2 in the first inning a day ago, then Upperman rattled off 12 unanswered runs, actually, as Wilson's fastball misses up, and it's 1-2.
And went with the breaking ball in the first couple of pitches of the AB, goes with the fastball, elevated fastball, and we saw this top 4 of the lineup be really aggressive early on in counts yesterday in that first inning.
Wilson with the 1-2, and another one that sails up and out of there. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Ty Webb from Alec Wilson, and great day. Yesterday it was frigid. Today is 64 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Tennessee weather in April. What more could you want? We've got tornadoes. We've got freezing cold. We've got beautiful days. We've got sweltering heat. Don't like the weather. Wait 20 minutes, and it'll change for you. Here comes the 2-2 from Wilson, and now struggling a little bit with the control. The last 3 pitches have not come out clean for Alec Wilson, and it runs the count full at 3-2. Live on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Let us know in the comments who you are, where you're watching from, and who you're cheering for. Webb hasn't had to even think about swinging the last 3 pitches. Here comes the 3-2. And that one misses up again. And wonder what's going on with that, as it's a leadoff walk for Ty Webb. He'll head on down to first.
Yeah, especially after bringing those first couple breaking balls across for strikes. Just kind of lost the zone after that. And so we'll see if he's able to bear down, make some nice pitches here to Dallas Kirby. Another dangerous bat in the lineup for the Tigers now with a runner on first.
That's uncharacteristic. 4 straight pitches to the backstop. So Webb heads down to first. Plenty of speed there. And Dallas Kirby will stride in, the shortstop. It was 1-0 Upperman in the top of the first yesterday in Smithville. Then DeKalb got the 2, and then the onslaught began for an Upperman team, which is raking. 7 consecutive victories, from 4-7 to 11-7. Should be ranked. The coaches' poll is not very good. They should be ranked. They're not right now. We'll see if they are next week, depending on what happens the remainder of this week. And another miss up for Wilson. And now you wonder if it's something mechanical that needs to be tweaked. He's thrown a lot of innings in his career. He'll see if he can ratchet it down into the zone. Another one up. That's 6 straight pitches up and out of the zone.
And you mentioned not being ranked. They got a couple of opportunities, hopefully tomorrow and then Saturday as well.
Forecast looks a little iffy for tomorrow. We may be able to get it in. As the 2-0, there's a better pitch, but it still misses inside. Now Kirby's going to want to see a strike. 3 balls, no strikes to Dallas Kirby after the leadoff walk for Ty Webb. Wilson, Out of the stretch, here's the 3-0. It gets the call that time on the inside part of the zone, 3-1. Tomorrow for the Bees, Watertown. Undefeated Watertown on this field. Saturday scheduled to play Smith County. Two top 5 2A teams as the 3-1 is sent back and out of play, 3-2 in the last two pitches. Much more reminiscent of what you expect to see out of 23 on the mound for the Bees.
Yeah, able to find it. Just kind of lost the groove there kind of early on in this ball game. And we said it, when these guys find their groove, it's really tough to get them out of it once they're into it.
Yeah, the Smithville faithful hoping that has not happened. Here comes the 3-2 payoff pitch. Right there. Cold strike 3. A Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. And welcome back, Alec Wilson. After a little blip of 6 straight balls, he ratchets back down for 3 straight strikes.
That's a tremendous battle back, especially after walking the first batter and then 3 straight to Dallas Kirby. He's able to rip off the fastball in the bottom part of the zone. Gets the strikeout, first strikeout of the day, and we expected to see a lot of those today.
Tucker Webb climbs in. He shows bunt, pops this one up. Wilson is there, 1 throw to make. It's over to first. The sack bunt moves the runner over 90 feet into scoring position, but it is the second out of the inning.
Yeah, it moves the runner, like you said, kind of manufacturing him over, and now you're going to see if your cleanup batter can do the job, put it to the outfield, possibly play it the first run of the game.
Here's Evan Pritchard. He got the loss yesterday on the mound. He'll be at first base today as a runner at second with 2 outs. As Wilson trying to retire the side here. First pitch misses low. Rookie Allison catches the balls and strikes. Carson Shoops at first. Braden Green at second. Juju Yano back at short today. Chris Worsing is at third. The freshman Rylan Case in left. Carson Holroyd in right. And Evan Huddleston, man center. Still no Justin Fown in the order. Day-to-day with the hamstring for the Bees as that one misses low, and it's 2-0 here to Pritchard.
Obviously, we saw Rylan Case. He was our player of the game yesterday. 2 for 4, 3 runs scored, couple runs driven in. Evan Huddleston has been really good in center field as well, so they've got a couple of guys that have filled in admirably.
A glance back for Wilson. Webb bouncing around, so he'll step back and look him back. Ty Webb reached on a leadoff walk, then a strikeout and a sacrifice bunt. Sends Evan Pritchard to the plate. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes the 2-0. Misses low, 3-0, and really in district play, this is the most Alec Wilson's had to work in an inning. Up at 16 pitches now.
Yeah, I know. We were just talking about it kind of before we got going. Hadn't been walking guys. He had the 12 strikeouts, 13 strikeouts against York Institute. Just the 3 walks so far in district play.
And now a throw behind the runner from Allison. It goes off of Webb. The pitch was across at the knees. 3-1 now here to Evan Pritchard. And now the green light will be back on for the cleanup batter for DeKalb County.
And for Pritchard, you're in a great spot. You still got the runner in scoring position. Hit to the outfield pop probably scores him.
Wilson with a glance back. Now the 3-1. This one flicked up in the foul territory and out of play. Angling towards the softball field. The Lady Bees hosting the 2-time defending state champion Gordonsville Tigerettes. Over our shoulder.
It's big-time players over there.
We'll have Gordonsville a couple of times next week across the network, Monday and Wednesday. 3-2 payoff pitch. That one misses a little bit up to Pritchard. A good take by him. The second walk of the inning sets the table for Luke Johnson. Runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for if you're the Tigers, and we saw it yesterday. They've worked some deep at-bats against Juju Yano in the first part of that ball game, and then Yano was able to find it, worked around a little bit of trouble in the third, and then really settled in after that and was able to work fairly quickly through it. Now Alec Wilson trying to do the same thing, strand a couple of runners and bring the bats back to the plate.
We talked yesterday a lot about the splits that all these other teams have had besides the Bees in district. As this one is weakly rolled forward. Could be a tough play. Allison throws off the mask, fields it, throw is high, but Shoop able to grab and step on the bag for out number 3. The Tigers threaten with 2 on, but leave them stranded. We'll head to the bottom half scoreless in Baxter. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Discover the stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. The right-hander Preston Taylor on the mound for the DeKalb County Tigers. He's tasked with slowing down a red-hot Upperman B lineup that will bat 1 through 9 today like this. Braden Green leads him off. He'll be followed up by the third baseman, Chris Worsing. Carson Shoup is the first baseman. He'll bat third. The pitcher, Alec Wilson, will clean things up. The catcher, Rookie Allison, bats fifth. He'll be followed in the sixth spot by the shortstop, Juju Yano. Batting seventh is the right fielder, Carson Holroyd. The left fielder, Rylan Case, will bat eighth. And rounding out the lineup is the secondary leadoff man for the Bees, the center fielder, Evan Huddleston. Preston Taylor back on the mound. His last time out was a start in a victory for DeKalb County, but back on March 25th.
Yeah, back against Livingston Academy, and obviously they've only played 2 games since then. Played Gordonsville on Friday and then played yesterday, obviously, but got the start in that LA game. 3 2/3, just 2 hits, but he gave up 6 runs. 5 of those were earned, 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. He threw 75 pitches and only 38 were strikes, so struggled to find the zone in that one against Livingston Academy, and we'll see what he's able to do here, like you said, against a very hot lineup in Upperman that's been just hitting the cover off the baseball in this winning streak in district play, and really since this second part, since these basketball guys have gotten back.
They have not lost since the entire roster came back together, and that's despite the last couple of games without Justin Fallon, again, day to day. But they still have plenty of pop in their lineup, and the leading B in home runs will stride in. Braden Green has been sensational the past few weeks. He'll climb in with a batting average of .410 on the campaign, 9 RBIs, 2 home runs, a triple, and a double so far. As the first pitch for Preston Taylor going to come in. Ty Webb catches the balls and strikes. A great defensive catcher as we saw a day ago. First pitch misses up for ball 1.
Pretty good battle over on the softball field right now. Just getting started in the top of the fourth. Still 0-0. So Gordonsville at the plate.
Hey, that's a feat for the Lady Bees. They're doing a nice job there. It's Gordonsville at 16-1 here. The 1-0, that one. Right down Main Street, 1-1.
Both pitchers have been really good. And, well, as I say, that Gordonsville gets a hit and they get on. They've got 4 hits. Upperman's got 1.
Preston Taylor, he's been a high 70s, about 77, 78 with the fastball so far. That's a great breaking ball. Falls off the table, 2-1. Rolled that one down into the 60s. Green at the plate, Worsing and Shoup. Very lethal top 3 for the Bees. The 2-1, that one misses up and in, and it's a hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike for Taylor.
It was 79 on the fastball that time, so get it up there a little bit.
Probably the hardest thrower in the rotation for Coach Webb. It's the Tuesday start. Here comes the 3-1. It's the de facto Tuesday start. It's Wednesday, but that second game as that pitch misses low, and it's a Nick's Restaurant walk for Braden Green. Both teams with leadoff walks. We saw DeKalb unable to capitalize. Here comes Chris Worsing. He had a very interesting day a day ago. 1 for 5, 4 flyouts, all to right field. But he also ripped a double off the wall.
And the double was to right center, so a little bit further towards the middle of the field, and you said it, he absolutely drilled it.
Batting .339 on the campaign. He's got 14 RBIs. That leads the Bees. He also leads them in total, or second, pardon me, to Juju Yano in total bases so far. Braden Green takes his lead at first. Over trying to hold him on the bag is Evan Pritchard. First pitch into Worsing. This one is not to right. It's to left. It is well struck. It would have been a home run, but it is foul by about 10 feet or so. Looking for his first career long ball was Chris Worsing. We talked about right so much. He rips one foul over the left field fence.
How about the power we've seen from him here these last couple of days, though? Even the one yesterday in a very cold night, it was about a 1.5 bouncer to the fence. That ball was over the fence, but just foul.
Yeah, it's coming for Worsing. He's finding that pop in the bat. It's a loud strike 1. The 0-1, that one misses up and in, leans him back 1-1. And for DeKalb, we mentioned this yesterday, they need it to be a 7-inning fight. You want to work as many clean innings as possible, keep it to 1 run, 2 runs. You'd love to never go down. cannot afford a big inning as the Bees have a runner on first with nobody out and a 1-1 count to Worsing. Taylor delivers.
They had the great start yesterday. Obviously had the lead after that first inning. Just were unable to hold on to it. The Bees finally got it going. Juju Llano settled it nicely as well. A big part to that.
Finally, pleases me to say we have a good uniform battle today. The camos for DeKalb with the white pants, the Bees in the black and gold pinstripes. Here comes the 2-1. Worsing sends this one a mile up into the air. Could be a tough play. Long way to go for a driver, and it drops in the Bermuda Triangle. It's a bloop single for Chris Worsing, and the Bees have set the table for Carson Shoup. Runners at first and second with nobody out.
And nobody getting to that one. I mean, like you said, in the Bermuda Triangle, right in between short, left, and center. And unless it's maybe Justin Fallon at 100%, he might be the only player getting to that ball from center field. But perfectly placed by Worsing, and a couple of runners on now for Carson Shoup.
Carson Shoup batting .296 on the campaign. He's got 11 RBIs. He's looking for a couple more here. Runners at first and second for the Bees with nobody out. And it's knuckle down time for Preston Taylor early in his outing. That one misses up, and Webb jumps up to grab it. In the field today, Mitch and Ty Webb, the catcher, Evan Pritchard over at first. Tucker Webb is at second. Dallas Kirby at short with Colin Young at third. The right fielder is Luke Johnson. Andrew Dawkins in left, and Ben Driver is in center for the Tigers.
Gordonsville, a little action over on the base paths. They got to run across. They lead 1-0 over on the softball diamond.
Here comes the 1-0. That one's fouled back by Shoup, 1-1.
Is Goose out here tonight? Did he decide to come out?
I have no clue where
I didn't
Goose
know.
is
I
at
didn't know if
tonight.
he was or not.
Who knows where Goose is at this evening? If we could find out, probably.
Yeah, he was up in York yesterday.
Yeah, we were wrong on our guess. Now a turn and look.
And he had a great game yesterday between Jackson County and York Institute baseball.
I'll let you know where Goose is at here in a moment. 1-1 coming to Shoup. That one misses a little bit up and in. 2-1. The Bees, very patient approach right now. 12 pitches already for Preston Taylor. Runners at first and second. Nobody out here for Upperman.
Yeah, and we saw him get deep into counts yesterday. A lot of full counts yesterday against Pritchard, who got the start.
Taylor with that high leg kick. That one misses up and in again. 3-1, and that's been the miss right now for Preston Taylor. And Ty Webb's going to go out and have a word with his pitcher.
Yeah, and we saw that. And he's obviously a veteran guy, one of the best defensive catchers in the area. That was on display yesterday with a lot of pitches from Pritchard that were down in the dirt, and he stayed in front of every single one of them.
Webb's going to go play at Maryville at the next level. And you can see why, certainly. Yeah. A lot of college guys on this field today. Now a 3-1 count. Dangerous hitter at the plate with Shoup. Taylor comes home. That one misses. Up and in again. Ball 4. Another Nick's Restaurant walk. Here comes Tad Webb. And we know he'll roll the pitchers. We'll see how long the leash is, because this is danger time with Alec Wilson strolling into the right-handed batter's box here, trying to give himself some major help on the mound.
Yeah, I mean, this is a perfect position. When you're on the mound, you can help yourself out. One swing of the bat, put it into the outfield. You're going to play a couple of runs, and he's been swinging it well here these last couple of games, and especially in district play as well. So big opportunity for the senior to, like you said, help himself out and get an early lead here in the first.
And here's a big reason why Upperman has won 7 in a row and are where they are in the district. You're through the top 3, and your next 3 are Wilson, Allison, and Yano going to come to the plate. So doesn't get easier on the mound. Preston Taylor needs to throw some good pitches here for DeKalb. They need outs here in the first.
And it's kind of similar to what we saw with Alec Wilson in that first inning, where he just couldn't find the zone. And that's kind of what's going on with Taylor right now, just unable to find that strike zone. And you said it, all the misses have been high and inside. A lot of them have been way up there as well. So normally, and it could have been the same with Alec Wilson, just not quite finishing your follow-through on the way down and really ripping it down.
We saw Wilson lock in that first and get out of the jam. This one is a major league jam for the Tigers defensively. No time here for Taylor. First pitch misses low, ball 1, and out there Worsing at second. He's given the signs, and Ty Webb knows it, so he's going to go out and try to change some things, because as soon as he gave it, Worsing was out there saying what was coming.
We saw that yesterday as well at DeKalb County, and so it's it's baseball. Yeah, that's what you do. You try to help your batter out at the plate.
It's the mind games. Here comes the 1-0 to Wilson. That's a good pitch from Taylor. He gets the inside corner, 1-1.
Yeah, that's one that you really needed to get across and kind of settle the nerves a little bit. Again, no outs here in this first inning. You're just looking to get that first out.
Of course, a force at any base. Infield in at the corners, double play depth in the middle. Here comes the 1-1. This one sent a mile up into the air, but it's not very deep. Angling under it is Kirby from his shortstop position. He makes the catch. Nobody can tag, and that is a big first out for the Tigers defensively.
Yeah, that's exactly what Taylor's looking for right there. Obviously, you'd love a strikeout, and any way you can get it out without a run coming across, he's able to do so. And just the pop-up and a nice play by Kirby as well on kind of a tough spot.
Here's rookie Allison. I think they ended up with the infield fly there. It didn't matter. Same result because he kind of stayed shallow there. Rookie Allison all of a sudden has roared to life the past couple of games at the plate. First pitch swinging comes up empty, and Taylor may be back in this one now. 0-1. If he can work through this, huge momentum for the road team. That's a big if, though. Pitch number 19 and inning number 1 upcoming here for the big righty. 0-1 misses up about neck high. It'll be 1-1. And Webb being real deliberate with the throws back to the pitcher. Yesterday, just one got away, and Carson Shoup took home. And that really is when the onslaught started. And now we have another trip out. Number is the word coming out over the PA system.
The elite PA system.
Yes,
here at Upperman High School.
Jimmy's on one over there. It's sensational. Here comes the 1-1. That one, self-preservation on the heater, 79. Get out of the way for rookie Allison, 2-1.
I don't know how he got out of the way. It looked pretty far inside, and he was able to scoop back at the last second.
Base is loaded. Here as the pitch comes home. That one up and in again. 3 balls and 1 strike. It's a lively press box today. It's nice outside. No, that's big pitch here. Preston Taylor needs to find it. Here comes the 3-1 to Allison. Nowhere to put him. And that is ball 4. The third Nick's Restaurant walk of the inning. And this one is going to lead to an RBI for rookie Allison, and Juju Yano will climb in. Same exact situation as Green scores, bases loaded with the 1 out. And are we going to have? I'll tell you what we're about to have, but first, I'll tell you that is RBI number 10. As Cody Lowe will come in and run. And they're going to have a change yesterday, as what's going to happen is Johnson's going to come in relief at some point potentially. So he will check out. Coach Webb lets his guys come in and warm up to potentially facilitate a change later on. So new right fielder in.
Smithson is the last name.
Smithson, who came in yesterday in right for Johnson. And really, Coach Webb, the only coach that kind of does that typically around here, that still goes to that to warm them up. As Yano strides in, first pitch, good one across for strike 1.
Yeah, he gives them ample time to get warmed up and ready to go.
That's now 4 different Bs with double-digit RBIs on the campaign so far.
It's pretty good.
And a couple more on the doorstep of it. Still only 1 out. Here comes the 0-1 to Yano. Right back to the spot. This time misses a little bit further in. It was close, but it did just nudge a couple of more inches to the left.
He's really trying to work this inside part of the plate, really to all the right-handed batters so far for the Bees.
Comes the 1-1, and they're going to steal home. The squeeze is on. It's a foul ball. They went with the suicide squeeze, but instead it's going to be a strike as Yano got the bunt down, but it went over that third base line.
And I like it from the Bees, trying to make something happen here. You already got to run across with a walk home. Still just 1 out in the inning, and it was a pretty good bunt by Yano as well. Just went foul.
I don't remember the Bees trying a squeeze in that way in years.
Almost ran it to
perfection.
perfection.
In the West Shanks era, I don't ever remember them doing that. It's just strike 2 and new life for Preston Taylor. 25th pitch of the inning coming up here. Bases loaded to Yano. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball falls off the table. It's not a bad pitch to go to, especially when you got a sure-handed catcher behind the dish, but it's 2-2.
Yeah, now you obviously make the offense think about, or the defense think about it as well for the Tigers.
A 2-2 coming home. Up and in. Again, a full count, 3-2, and if he loses them, it may be a move for Coach Webb. We'll see. Already 3 walks in the inning. 1 base hit for the Bees. They have 1 run across.
That's kind of been the struggle, just giving these free base runners for the Bees.
3-2 payoff pitch, ball 4. Another RBI. Next restaurant walk. This time it's Juju Yano, and it's 2-0, and it's still bases loaded. And Coach Webb says, let's go. He's trying to hurry him up. Johnson over there in the bullpen. Goose is here. He's over at the softball field. So I imagine he's going to make a trip up here at some point. And Coach Webb kind of inching his way out. Is he going to come and get him?
Trying to make sure and see if his guy is ready yet.
Carson
Must not
Holroyd
be.
in the batter's box here. Pitch misses inside, and now another start of a walk. And we are, I believe, going to have a change, but we'll wait and see. 28 pitches already for Preston Taylor.
Yeah, I think you have to now, right?
I was educated last year. You actually
that's
don't.
right.
You get
right.
5 visits. At the next level, you have to come get them, but you do not here, but typically they will, and they will. New pitcher for the Tigers when we come back. Bases juiced for the Bees with a 1 out in the first. Don't go anywhere.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. New pitcher for the DeKalb County Tigers, and it comes with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. A 2-0 ball game, and a tall task for the right-hander Luke Johnson. Pitched yesterday for the Tigers. He pitches again here in a jam. Carson Holroyd's the 7-hole hitter for the Bees. He's at the plate, bases loaded with 1 out.
Yeah, and yesterday for Johnson, he also came on in relief, and he only had to get a couple of outs. He walked a batter and got a couple of strikeouts, but he was only limited to those couple of outs because they wanted to be able to use him today, and that's why we saw the amount of pitchers that we saw yesterday. And obviously, Coach Webb, he's kind of putting the chips into this one, seeing if he can't get the split against the Bees, because we talked about it. Everybody else is splitting with each other on the rest of the district, so if you can get a win against Upperman today, it's going to make it a little bit easier for you to get the 2 seed maybe a little bit later on.
So Luke Johnson will set up here on the mound. He's got Carson Holroyd, Rylan Case, and Evan Huddleston behind him. He needs 2 outs in the next 2 batters, or else this could be a humongous inning for the home team. But just 2 across, still certainly anybody's game. Squeeze plays on again. Suicide squeeze. Holroyd gets it down. It's a great butt. Run scores with ease. Another runner heading home. He will score. 2 across for the Bees. Small ball is on, and it works to perfection. 2 RBIs on the board.
How about that from Carson Holroyd? A perfect bunt right back up the middle, but deep enough. It scores the first run. They throw down to first. They do get the out there for the second out of the inning, but continuing to run and scoring as well. That second run, and now 4 runs across. And how about the small ball here in this first inning for the Bees?
So Shoup scores, Lowe scores for Allison. Yano moves over to third. Holroyd's out, but it doesn't matter. That was a squeeze play to perfection. Give Carson Holroyd an RBI. Moves him up to 6 on the campaign, and now Rylan Case, player of the game a day ago, sets up here the 1-0. That one flicked up just to our left, and out of hit something, Horn.
We're going to catch one of these.
The iPad's going to catch one of these.
That's
in here.
That's what I was worried about at Snow Memorial.
Here comes the 1-1. Case sends this one way up into the air, into the infield. Should be findable. Webb is under it and makes the catch to retire the side, but not before the damage is done for the Bees. They strike for 4, and Alec Wilson has a lot of run support. We'll head to the second. This is high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Turf Masters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turf Masters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back, all Upperman after 1 inning. They lead 4-0. How about the suicide squeeze by Carson Holroyd? We saw him attempt it earlier. It was a foul ball. Then Holroyd gets it down, and the Bees have struck for 4. And a guy who so far in district play has allowed 2 earned runs, has a 4-run lead to play with. That's Alec Wilson back to work on the mound.
Pretty good. The only negative, he did throw 20 pitches in that first inning, walking a couple of batters, and but you got a 4-run lead now, and so you'll see if you're able to kind of settle in a little bit better and work quickly as he normally does.
First pitch is fouled back for Silas Kirksey, the DH today. We had to turn off the comments because the bots are evolving. We saw one last night, and then they started rolling in, so I apologize. If you want to comment, you can on YouTube right now, but the Facebook bots are out of control, so we're just going to turn that off for a while.
You can share it.
You can definitely share it.
You can make a post,
Yes,
I guess,
that'd be
technically.
great.
That's kind of like a comment.
Yeah, we appreciate that. This is a 2-1 count as that one misses low to Kirksey. Wilson fires. That one bounces and really a little bit off so far for Alec Wilson out there on the mound by his standards this year. But he's still clean. Just trying to battle through it a little bit. Here comes the 3-1 to Kirksey, and that'll play right down the middle, 3-2.
Goose said that Bailey Stewart over on the softball diamond for Gordonsville just about put one in the Upperman bullpen.
Oh, that
The
means
baseball
she hit
bullpen.
far away, yes. 3-2 payoff pitch. That one missed a little bit inside. Ball 4 in the second inning. Leads off the same way the first one did. A leadoff walk for the Tigers, and Colin Young, we'll see if he can do some damage.
Well, the big thing right now, they're getting base runners, but they haven't been able to get any contact on the baseball and swinging the bat. And you're going to have to do that to try to score on Alec Wilson. Obviously, he's able to work around some of these base runners just because he is that good of a pitcher. You've got a good defense behind you as well.
Now bunt shown for Young, and it pulls back as it gets there. Underhand flip from Wilson is there. The sack bunt moves the runner 90 feet. So both teams content there. It's the first out of the inning. It'll bring up Preston Taylor trying to get something back here after giving up 4. in the first.
And again, for DeKalb County, that's what you're looking for. Now you got a runner in scoring position, just the one out. And again, maybe you see another one, try to move him over a little bit more.
Andrew Dacus is the 9-hole hitter. He's on deck next. And Taylor's going to swing away, and it's a little bit late. Smacks it right towards his own dugout. 0-1.
It's one of those where you're bowling and bowling and throw it backwards, and the me's all jump up. It kind of looked like that when the DeKalb County dugout. Yeah, hit the spin.
Wow. Comes the 0-1. And all of a sudden, watch out. 0-2. Fastball pumped by.
Yeah, it wasn't 39.
No, the throwback I think was. Comes the 0-2 to Preston Taylor. Wilson in attack mode. Cold, strike 3. The second tops the machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout of the game for Alec Wilson.
Yeah, that's a big one, especially after giving up another walk, able to get right back in there after getting the outs on the bunt. And now you got 2 outs and just focus on the batter. That one was 82 on the gun.
Andrew Dacus will climb in here. Yeah, he's taking down that velo a little bit, trying to dial it in some. And he's found it. This one sent up into the air against the setting sun. Yano is under it and makes the catch. And Alec Wilson able to work around the leadoff walk cleanly. A 0 on the scoreboard. Bees looking for more when we return in a 4-0 ball game. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
4-0 Bees. Bottom of the second, 9-1-2, and an Ancient Mama's 9-1-2 coming up for the Bees. It's gut check time for the Tigers as they try to turn this into a 7-inning fight.
Yeah, and 9-1-2, you said it. Evan Huddleston then back to the top, and obviously 1-2 is normally pretty good, but Evan Huddleston in your 9 spot kind of acts as your secondary leadoff batter, exactly why he's in this 9 spot. He's been there for the last couple of years, and very successful down in that spot. He gets on base a lot, and then he brings a lot of speed to the base path. So it's going to be a big inning here in the second. Already 4 runs across for the Bees.
Evan Huddleston is the center fielder. He's been .400 on the campaign. 7 games in. No coincidence that it's also 7 consecutive victories for the Bees since he's returned to the lineup. And they needed him, especially in the absence of Justin Fallon. He has steadied the ship on the defensive side of the baseball. And here comes Luke Johnson. He checked in out of right field, got a few warm-up pitches, and then on the mound is his first pitch is a slider that misses in the dirt low. The Bees had 4 runs on just 1 hit and no errors for DeKalb as Huddleston rips this one angling towards the gap, and it is down. Driver can't get it cleanly. Huddleston rounds first, and he's chugging for 2. He is safe. It's going to be a double for Evan Huddleston to lead off the second.
And that's exactly why he's so dangerous in that 9 spot. He's able to rip it to the outfield. He turns it on and able to get around to second base. And already a runner in scoring position for the Bees, and right back to the top of the lineup.
First extra base hit of the year for Evan Huddleston. And here comes Carson Shoup. Braden Green. I'm just jumping ahead. Braden Green, he walked, came around to score back in the first. And I misspoke. It's Braden Otani striding in here. That seems to be growing some legs, so we'll lean into it. And he's got plenty of speed on the base paths with Huddleston. Johnson's first pitch, right down Main Street. That may be the best pitch Green sees.
That's right where he likes it, too.
That's a park it on the berm pitch for Braden Green. Johnson trying to work through more traffic. There's been a ton of it in the past 2 days for this Upperman squad. Quite frankly, DeKalb worked through it pretty well yesterday. It wasn't a run rule game. It's the 0-1 breaking ball. That one's flicked out of play foul. We went through 7, and it could have been a lot more, but Webb behind the dish was a brick wall. They made a couple of key plays despite the traffic.
It was cold, too.
Yes.
It's really cold.
Did we mention?
It's beautiful today.
Fantastic today. This is the weather that makes you book a tea time
Yeah.
right here. 0-2, though. Johnson ahead of Green. How big would this out be if he could find it? Kicks and deals. That one misses outside low. Very experienced umpire behind the dish. An official and everything. So, good to see. Last 2 days, we got confidence back there. Love it.
Holden Huddleston on at second base as well, so trying to make sure he can't get too big of a lead.
Here comes the 1-2. That one misses inside. Green hit that Michael Jackson, backing off on the tiptoes away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Huddleston ripped a double to open up this inning. Now Braden Green's in there. Luke Johnson about to throw his 11th pitch in relief. Came in with 1 out in the first. The 2-2. This one's ripped over. Second baseman, great adjustment to it. Makes the throw to first in time. Nicely done by Tucker Webb for out number 1.
Yeah, that's a really good play, and that's exactly where Braden Green always likes to hit it. So as the second baseman, the first baseman, you got to be ready. And Tucker Webb was ready, like you said, made the adjustment on the bounce. It kind of slowed down once it hit the ground. He's still able to make the play, but moves the runner over to third, and now you got Chris Worsing at the plate. No run 90 feet away.
Chris Worsing singled, came around to score back in the first. He stands in here with Huddleston standing 90 feet away. Johnson with the first pitch into Worsing. Good slider. Catches the zone 0-1. It's a really good pitch from Johnson. Worsing rolls this one through. It's another base hit. It's another RBI for the sophomore Chris Worsing. And Upperman's lead is 5-0. That's RBI number 15 on the campaign. Leads the team for the Upperman Bees.
Hey, Mr. Single strikes again. I don't know. He probably doesn't like it, but you lead the team in runs batted in because of that right there. You get runners on in front of you. You're able to put it into the outfield, reach base safely, and drive home some runs.
23 hits, 21 of them are singles for Chris Worsing.
Pretty good.
15 RBIs. Now a runner at first for Carson Shoup. He walked, came around to score in the first. And DeKalb's got to be careful. This one's nearing get out of hand territory. We consider who's on the mound on the other side. Bees looking for more, though, as Johnson. First pitch into Shoup, misses up and in, 1-0. Weather permitting, we're back here in this spot tomorrow. Fun one, 6 o'clock first pitch, Watertown, Upperman. A marquee matchup, maybe the best matchup in the state tomorrow night. 2 red-hot baseball teams.
Probably see Chris Worsing tomorrow night.
By probably, I mean definitely.
And obviously he's been really, really good.
And Watertown is undefeated, and it'll be the first real big test for Upperman. Still with the caveat of not having Fallon in the lineup.
Right.
2-0. Oh, they're about to have a standing ovation in the building for what Matt just said, I'll tell you. Here comes the 2-0. That one catches the outside corner. Goose is loose. He's in Baxter. He's gotten pictures from softball. He's going to cover that. Now he's going to come over here and cover baseball.
Making his way over.
The goose, the goat. Oh, you absolutely have to say that, Jimmy. I was going to ask you to say something about him. We got to embarrass the guy a little bit. He gets gassed up too much. You got to get him to get a standing ovation. That one misses up and in, 3-1. He loves that. Give him what he wants. Michael Lindsay is here, everybody. Hitters count to a dangerous hitter, Carson Shoup. Johnson trying to work through some trouble. Here's the 3-1. And Shoup sends this one a mile up into the air, angling towards foul territory, giving a ride in left. I can't see it. Did he catch it? He did. A long way to go from left for Andrew Dacus, but he's there to make the catch for out number 2.
That's a heck of a play, deep into foul territory. And again, we kind of talked about it, the differences in foul territory space between yesterday and today. Well, you've got a ton of space, and then obviously the bullpen is down there as well for the Bees. That's a great catch by Dacus on the run with a long way to go for the second out of the inning.
Alec Wilson flied out back in the first, gets another attempt here in the second. Runner at first, 2 outs. Johnson trying to limit the damage to just the 1 run. First pitch slider misses a little bit up, and it's going to be 1-0.
That was a pretty good pitch, too.
Yeah, I think it actually ended in the glove in the zone, but it came across just an inch up. Worsing takes a healthy lead over at first. Johnson really not even looking at that way. All attention on Wilson. That pitch finds the zone, 1-1.
And Johnson has come in and really settled kind of this DeKalb County team down. Obviously, we've seen the 1 run across, but that was mainly because of Evan Huddleston.
It was the walks that were the huge issue in the first. He's calmed that down significantly. 1-1. Good slider. Dips away, though. 2-1.
Yeah, a lot of breaking stuff. Slows it down a little bit, but the important part has been in and around the zone.
Wilson's at the plate. If he finds a way on, rookie Allison would come up next. Worsing bouncing over there. The 2-1. Inside corner for a strike. Deuce is wild. 2-2 with 2 outs. And that was pitch number 22 as well. 2s everywhere. Decent crowd on hand lining around the net. DeKalb's brought their contingent. And a throw behind Worsing, who was bouncing around out there. He dives back in safely. Dirties up the jersey a little bit, and we'll do it again.
He was getting pretty aggressive. He started, like you said, kind of bounce towards second, so he's smartly paying attention.
He's only attempted to steal 1 bag. It was successful. 2-2 coming home. Slider, and Wilson able to flick it into left. That is a great piece of hitting by the senior Alec Wilson to extend the frame.
That's a really good job, and especially with 2 strikes on you, you got to fight anything off. You got something he can handle, just got the barrel to it, puts it in the outfield. They're going to get to go back to the dugout and get a courtesy runner out there.
Jackson West going to come on and run for Wilson. And rookie Allison has an RBI and a walk. His runner, Cody Lowe, came around to score the 4th run of the game for the Bees. And he's got runners at first and second, trying to add on to a 5-0 lead for the home team.
We saw rookie Allison in the last few games really swinging a nice bat. Good opportunity here with a good amount of speed out there for the Bees.
Johnson trying to work through some trouble here in relief. Good first pitch across, 0-1.
He's kind of been working that bottom part of the zone when he's been able to pick it out, and it's worked pretty well.
Yeah, he's mixed it up inside out, and that one down the middle on that lower quadrant. West at first, Worsing at second. That one inside, and Allison kind of turned. I'm not even sure he was trying to get out of the way of that. He may have taken it on the elbow if he could have, and it's 1-1.
So at least it's the breaking ball. Doesn't quite hurt as bad.
Rookie Allison, a guy you could see on the mound in relief at some point, or even starting Saturday's game with Smith County. 1-1. Got him on the outside corner, 1-2, as that one's waved at and missed.
We've seen some big cuts from rookie here in these last few games, and even yesterday, just kind of swinging through the first couple, but then he's able to really time up that last one in ABs.
1-2, that one up and out. 2-2 with 2 on and 2 outs.
In the second.
2s everywhere. Big sequence here as DeKalb tries to keep their chances of pulling this one off alive. Look back for Johnson. First time in a while he's glanced back there. Here comes the 2-2. Bounces in, and Webb able to block it up nicely. And we run full at 3-2.
And that is obviously very important here with the backstop as far as it is compared to DeKalb County, much shorter, and obviously just the brick at DeKalb County, so it bounces all around.
Johnson's got to be careful. That one was close to not coming set after that glance back. A big payoff pitch coming here to rookie Allison. 2 on, 2 outs. He kicks and deals. Runners go. This one popped up in the air in foul territory. Pritchard gives chase. He's under it and makes the catch to retire this side. The Bees get one more on 3 hits, but they leave 2 stranded. We'll head to the third. Alec Wilson back to work when we return. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Jimmy Fallon shouting out Michael Lindsay. He's here, which means coverage coming to uppercumberlandreporter.com. That was awesome. He's trying to act cool down there. That's why he's not looking at you. Alec Wilson back to work on the mound. He's won one time through the lineup. Now we head to the top of the third. It's 1-2-3 due up for the Tigers in a 5-0 ball game.
A little bit quicker there in that second inning of work. Just the 11 pitches. He did walk another batter, though, but able to work much quicker. And he's got much better control. And now kind of after that first start, those first few batters kind of struggled to get through him. He's worked around some base runners, but now back to the top. And we've seen Ty Webb. He ripped a first pitch against Juju Yao to open up the ball game yesterday in the bottom of the first. See if he's aggressive here early on in this count.
He walked back in the first inning, but was left stranded at second as Alec Wilson sitting on 31 pitches. First one breaking ball, and that second time through the lineup is typically where you see curveball city from Alec Wilson. We'll see if that trend continues.
We saw that against York Institute last week and obviously worked very well in that game.
The 0-1. Fastball low, 1-1. So Webb, Kirby, and Webb, Ty and Tucker coming up in this half for DeKalb. Here comes the 1-1. That fastball is right down the middle. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just 2 Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeouts for Wilson so far, which is not bad, but by his standards, he's having a ton of them this season as he sets and delivers the 1-2. Curveball, this one weakly rolled. More work for him off the mound. Grabs that one and throws to Shoop against the setting sun, who makes the catch for out number 1.
That's a good play. He kind of had a little bit of trouble getting it out of the glove initially and able to make the throw. And he saw Carson Shoop kind of turn his head away. He probably looked right into the sun as that throw came in, but able to make the catch for out number 1. Update over on the softball diamond. Gordonsville has opened it up. They're up 7-0 now in the 6th.
Dallas Kirby climbs in. First pitch curveball catches the zone as Kirby jumped out of the way. It's 0-1. He struck out looking back in the first. And when Wilson's feeling it, he works very quickly, as quick as any pitcher we've ever covered. That one misses a tick low with a fastball, 1-1.
Yeah, when he starts to throw downhill, obviously they're doing that anyways, but really gets in that rhythm.
The 1-1, that one's right there. 1-2 to Kirby. Buckle your chin straps. If you're DeKalb, you got to be ready to swing.
And that's why you see time called, trying to throw off that rhythm just a little bit.
The 1-2. Curveball. This one went back into Kirby. And we'll do it again. And just kind of stretching to keep that bat back enough to flick it was Kirby. I think he was sitting fastball and the curveball pumped the brakes. Mentioned he's going to come play it. Carson Newman is Wilson. Going to throw there. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled out of play. Good battle developing here between two really good athletes.
Kirby, a guy you could possibly see maybe a little bit later on, unless they're saving him for later on this week.
Comes the 1-2. Got him. Swung on and missed a nasty breaking ball again for Alec Wilson. It is his third Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout.
Yeah, and that reaction from Dallas Kirby is a perfect reaction for that pitch right there. It's just so difficult. Even when you're expecting it, so tough to sit back on it on that bottom part of the zone, and you really can't do anything with it either if you make contact.
First pitch to Tucker Webb misses a little bit out. He had a sacrifice bunt back in the first. Climbs in here with 2 outs, and Wilson was sitting over 20 pitches at the end of the first inning. He's at 42 right now through 2 2/3. So that starts to become less of a concern for Wes Shanks as that one misses up. And considering what's coming on later in the week, weather permitting, you'd love for your big man on the mound to be able to go 7 complete as that one's across for a strike, 2-1.
Obviously this one, the important one, you want to get that district win. But again, like you said, you got some big opportunities coming up tomorrow and Saturday.
2-1. A little bit high above the belt. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count for Tucker Webb. To clean up batter on deck, Evan Pritchard. The 3-1. Close but no cigar. Ball 4. Another walk worked for DeKalb. It is their 4th of the game. There was just 8 walks issued by Wilson in his previous 5 starts. So they're working counts better than most as Pritchard will climb in.
The important part on that one there, though, is they weren't bad misses at all. He was just trying to work the outside part of the zone and just missing. A little bit different than the first couple of innings.
And that one, a little bit more of a miss, and he's a little frustrated. Slaps the glove, 1-0. Shoop trying to hold the runner, but he has to shield the sun with his glove.
Yeah,
so I don't know if you can – it's not safe to throw over to first right now.
It's tough right now. Anything on the right side of the infield or the outfield.
There's a good pitch across, 1-1. Webb with speed out there at first. Rookie Allison behind the dish, always a threat to catch you stealing, though. And right now, Wilson also not getting the call. Fairly tight zone there, so he loves to pound that outside corner. He's not getting it, so see if there's an adjustment there. 2-1. Yep, that one's there. 2-2.
Yeah, brought it a little bit more in that time, and he gets the call.
Pritchard trying to battle in. DeKalb needs some runs. Down 5-0 in an Upperman offense that's really in rhythm. 2-2. Swung on, rolled up the middle. Yano is there and tries to flip it over to Green. Would have been an unbelievable play by Yano, but the throw was offline. And it's going to be an infield single there for Evan Pritchard. I mean, a tremendous effort from Yano. Just no chance on the throw. Flip over to second.
Yeah, that's a heck of not only a stop, and then like he said, he had to make a quick throw to get the speedy runner at second base. Just unable to do so and put it on line, but still, heck of a play. Keeps it in the infield, so it limits it to just 1 bag, and still a force out anywhere here for the Bees.
Runners at first and second. That's the first base hit of the game for DeKalb, as this one
that would have been
straight
right
back
to us.
Luke Johnson's at the plate. He grounded out in his first plate appearance. A little slow roller swing and bunt. 0-1. This one rolled over towards Yano. A more traditional flip this time to Green at second, and that will retire the side. DeKalb gets a base hit but leaves 2 stranded. We'll head to the bottom half with the Bees leading 5-0. Coverage is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Luke Johnson back to work on the mound for DeKalb County. He's thrown 29 pitches in relief. He'll face off against 6, 7, 8. Yano, Holroyd, and Case trying to keep it right where it is in a 5-0 ball game. The Bees on top on their home field. Upperman looking for win number 8 in a row. DeKalb trying to get a split in their 3rd straight district series. The Bees are an unblemished 5-0. And at the rate they are on, if Upperman wins today, they will face off against Cumberland County's currently 2nd in the district at 3-2. And they'll have an opportunity to potentially ice away the district next week if they take care of business the way that they have.
Yeah, Cumberland County got a win against White County yesterday, 5-3. Obviously playing game number 2 today, and we'll try to keep you updated on that if we can. But, I mean, we talked about it. Everybody else has just been splitting with each other within the district, and it's Upperman's, well, like you said, they can really ice it away coming up Monday and Tuesday next week. Livingston and Stone are playing right now. They're in the 4th inning. That is tied up at 0 apiece. And Stone Memorial got that win yesterday. I believe they ended up winning it 1-0.
Juju Yano will climb in here. He had an RBI on a walk back in the 1st. And the first pitch is a breaking ball across for strike 1 here from Johnson. And he's done a very nice job of stabilizing things. It was looking ugly for a minute there in the 1st inning. He gave up the 1 run in the 2nd, but been much more in the zone as there's your jinx for the evening as it bounces in.
And you kind of wonder if this is, if this is Johnson's game now. I mean, he came on in relief of Taylor and down 5-0 right now. If he can hold it right there and trying to give your offense a chance back up there a couple of innings.
1-1 misses in. Now it's 2-1. So Yano's at the plate. He has the 1 RBI. Carson Holroyd has 2 RBIs on a squeeze play. And then Rylan Case behind him. So an important set because you do not want to face Huddleston, Green and Company in this inning if you can avoid it. If you're Johnson, 2-2 as that one's fouled off.
And really right now, it was just those walks in that 1st inning that really spurred the offense for the Bees. Obviously the suicide squeeze, a big one, scored a couple of runs.
3-2 now as that one misses low. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he got him swinging and missing at the slider. And that is scouting 101 there for Luke Johnson as he gets the punch out and a big first out of the inning.
Yeah, that's a pitch that Juju Yano has struggled with all season long and unable to hang off of it that time with 2 strikes on him.
Holroyd dropped down the perfect squeeze bunt. It was the suicide squeeze, runner
great.
taken off, and then Cody Lowe from 2nd was just hauling around 3rd, and
Whole
he
time.
scored as well.
Kind of right back at the pitcher, but slow enough to allow the runner to score from 3rd, and then the throw down to 1st. And like you said, Lowe running hard the whole time, expecting that throw to go to 1st.
First pitch a little bit low into Holroyd. A 1-2-3 inning would be huge for DeKalb County defensively as they try to keep it interesting. The 1-0, this one smacked over, angling near foul territory, and it will drop about 5 feet in foul territory for strike 1.
We saw a lot of those yesterday going to right field. Not as many today, and there's not much wind at all. A little bit of a breeze going out to right, but about the same as yesterday.
Tonight's broadcast is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment, your hometown steel and Exmark dealer located on Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville. Stop in and see their tremendous selection of all outdoor power equipment. Talking about lawnmowers, chainsaws, leaf blowers, and more, and parts for all of them, and a great service department as well, and first-class service. We appreciate them for being a presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics all year long on UCR. Here comes the 2-1 to Holroyd. And he swings that inside fastball and fouls it back. To your point about this being Johnson's game, this has been the best sequence of pitching outside of what Elliott Barnes gave you with all the flyouts yesterday in the middle innings.
And been a whole lot of solid contact. Been able to get a couple of strikeouts.
Comes the 2-2. That one slider in the dirt, blocked up by Webb. We run full.
And he has gotten to some of these 3-ball counts, but it hasn't been terribly wild. He's just been trying to work it around the zone.
really needs this out with what's coming up next. Here comes the 3-2. That one misses. Ball four to Nick's Restaurant Walk. And now the prospect of Evan Huddleston getting the bat in this inning becomes real for the Bees. Rylan Case will stride in, and the bunt is very likely on.
Yeah, anytime it's 2 outs or 1 out or less with Rylan Case coming to the plate, even with 2 outs, he's got a good enough speed. He's able to bunt for hits, and he is a really good bunter, as we've seen.
Now, Wes Shanks will surprise us. But the infield's expecting a bunt at the corners. We'll see what he does. He is going to show bunt. Gets it down the third base line. Pretty good one. Young is there. The throw down to first is there in time. Nicely done by Colin Young. But the sac bunt does move the runner over 90 feet. And here comes Evan Huddleston, who has a double today.
I mean, it's perfect. He does it every time. It's about a foot off that line, about 15 feet down the line. And, I mean, he just mirrors that bunt every single time, and it works to perfection, moves the runner into scoring position, and Evan Huddleston will have a chance to drive him in.
2 outs, so Johnson can pay full attention towards Huddleston in the batter's box here with Braden Green on deck. It was a nice play by Young, coming up barehanding that. Not going to have time for a transfer, a slow roller. First pitch swinging for Huddleston. That is way up into the air, angling back, tracking it in left, and the catch is made. That one, like a hot air balloon, kept going up into the air, and the catch retires the side. And the first goose egg put on the scoreboard by the DeKalb County defense. We'll head to the middle frames. It's 5-0 Bees. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Alec Wilson back to work on the mound. He's got a 5-0 lead, but he's thrown 53 pitches through 3 innings. It's going to be 6, 7, 8. Kirksey, Young, and Taylor due up for the Tigers. Here, I'm Noah. That's Jacob. Happy to be along with you here in Baxter. We'll be back with you tomorrow. The Bees against Watertown on this field.
We hope.
We hope. Weather permitting.
Yes.
We do hope. That will be
a great game.
Awesome baseball game.
I mean, it's been fun the last few years. I mean,
Yes.
they've both been really good the last few years,
Yes.
but this one just kind of feels like it's a little bit bigger.
2 teams with bona fide big postseason run expectations, as that one is swung on and missed strike 1 to Kirksey. He worked a walk back in the second and was left stranded, as 5 Tigers have been already in the game. 4 Bees have been left out there as well. This one's ripped over. Yano fields it cleanly, loads up, throw to first in time for out number 1.
Yeah, one of the few ground balls we've seen, and that infield still ready. Nice play made by Yano over to first for that first out.
Colin Young will check in. Now he had a sac bunt back in the second, right back up the middle. As this one's ripped over, more work for Yano. Deja vu. This time it eats him up, and he will throw down, and it's off the mark. And Young is just going to stay put. That's going to be an error in the field. And the E6 puts a runner on first.
Yeah, a good job by rookie Allison to back it up the whole way, so not allow any advancement up to second base, and must have just kind of taken a weird hop at the last second there.
So Preston Taylor is not going to be the batter. We're going to have a pinch hitter. Logan Duke, I'm imagining, is who's at the plate right now. He's the starter on the basketball team. And nobody looked at me weird when we announced that, so I'm going to say it is Logan Duke in Preston Taylor's spot. he shows bunt and sends it foul down the third base line. So 0-1 here for Wilson, who's had to deal with a lot more traffic than he has in his first few starts in district play, but he's worked through it as you would expect him to.
The important number, 0 runs.
Yep.
That's
and one
all
hit.
that matters.
It will be interesting. That pitch count continues to tick the way that it has. And he'll throw over. And it will also get interesting as Upperman is trying to add some more runs and sniff towards a magic number. And the race between those two things could be simultaneous. But Johnson on the other side has something to say about that. Duke shows bunt again. A pretty good one. Right back up the middle. Wilson is there. Throw to first is on a rope and in time for out number 2. Sack bunt for Logan Duke moves the runner over.
Pretty reminiscent of the first few innings from DeKalb County. You get a runner on, you move them over, and we'll see if they're able to finally bring him in. Haven't been able to do so. They've had runners in scoring position. I think he said they've left 5 runners aboard, so 5 or 6 aboard. So we'll see if they're able to bring them around.
Andrew Dacus will climb in here this time. Runners at second. As that one bounces in, blocked up by Allison. 9-hole hitter. He flew out to short. Back to end the second inning, trying to avoid that here in the fourth. The 1-0. This one rolled over towards Yano. A lot of work for Juju in this half inning. This time the play is made to retire this side. Another Tiger left on the base paths by the Bees defense. They'll look to stretch their lead when we come back. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
5-0 Bees as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Luke Johnson back to work. He's been really solid in relief. One, two, three, due up for the Bees. Braden Green, Chris Worsing, and Carson Shoup. You never know what's going to get sent to our phones in the middle of a broadcast. Jacob? This baseball game's been interesting so far. A fast start for the Bees, and both teams have settled in defensively for the most part in the past couple of frames.
Yeah, Johnson's done a really good job coming on in here in relief, and really kind of the first pitcher of these last couple of games that has kind of settled the seas against this Upperman offense. But now it changes a little bit because you've got the top of the lineup coming up for Upperman, and they've already got 5 runs across, so they're looking for 5 more and see if they can possibly finish the game early.
So Braden Green will climb in here. His third AB. He's 0 for 1 officially with a walk and a run scored. He's grounded out as well. First pitch misses by a hair, 1-0. Sun casting shadows across the field again. Good luck on the right side of this ballpark. 1-0 to Green. They're trying to work that outside corner, but it misses again, 2-0.
It feels like it might be cooling off a little bit.
It is. Sun setting. We're going to be in the 50s.
Hey, we're okay with it today.
Yes. 2-0. Green rips this one foul. 2-1.
I'm just going to leave the camera right there because I can almost promise you it's going that side.
No Oppo Taco right now. Green, Worsing, and Shoup due up in this half. The Bees would love a big spot here in the fifth, or in the fourth, rather. The 2-1. That's a good pitch. Catches the outside corner, 2-2. Johnson with a long look in. Webb gives the sign. Now deals. Green able to flip this one foul, and will do it again.
Check of the score over on the softball field. They just got done. Gordonsville wins it 7-0.
17-1 for the Tigerettes.
Kaylee Plumley, 13 strikeouts in the circle. She just went 5 innings.
So 13 out of 15 outs. The 2-2 to Green. He sends this one. It's to opposite field. Ranging back, tracking it, and cannot make the catch. It's down, and that is a long single for Braden Green. And right on cue, he sends it the opposite way.
That might be the first time this season he's done it. Of course, I said I wasn't going to move the camera, and he puts it to the left field. So, hey, credit to Braden Green, though, and because that changes the defense's mind a little bit, because you're used to him just hitting it right to second base, right over the head of second base, into the outfield and right, over the fence and right, and now changing it up a little bit and making it a little bit more difficult defensively to play him.
Chris Worsing, 2 for 2, 2 singles and a run scored. I know you'll be surprised to know they were 2 hits already for Chris Worsing. As it's 1-0, the slider bounces in.
Yeah, I had the interesting day yesterday, 1 for 5 and 4 flyouts, all to right field.
And all pretty hard hit.
Yeah.
Out to right. And that time in left, Dacus gave it a run. He tried to leap up for it, but he couldn't grab it on the hit by Green.
Well, and he probably wasn't expecting it either with Braden Green at the plate.
1-0. That one blocked up by Webb. Again, somehow able to get a piece and hold the runner.
Yeah, that's a heck of a stop there. Diving all the way to his right and does just enough to knock it down and keep it in front and keep Green over there. And obviously, he's having a tough time kind of looking into home plate right now because of that setting sun.
2-0 coming here. That one misses up and in, and a 3-0 count to Worsing. Carson Shoup looming on deck, and this is where the Bees are dangerous. And Coach Webb's already moving.
And this is
he's about to send somebody down and get some action in the bullpen for DeKalb County.
And this is where Johnson, he's kind of stayed away from. He's gotten to some 3-ball counts, but not a lot of 3-0.
Will Worsing have the green light 3-0? Nope, he's going to take it's ball 4, a Nick's Restaurant walk. And that's what Johnson has avoided so far. It's just the second walk issued for him. And now Webb's going to go out and have a word and buy some more time for a reliever who's warming up. And here comes Coach Webb, and we'll see what he elects to do here. Runners at first and second for Carson Shoup.
Shoup in district play, he's been really solid. Batting .438 coming into this game. He's driven in 4 runs. I mentioned Chris Worsing, who's at 8 runs driven in district play coming into this game, has already tacked on another one of those.
Bees trying to completely break this game open and roll to another big district win. No move yet for Coach Webb. He's having a discussion. And we will wait and see what he wants to do with Carson Shoup at the plate. Alec Wilson behind him. Runners at first and second with nobody out.
They do like to take their time. And I think we have a move.
I'm not sure.
Nobody's coming back out yet.
We're going to wait and see.
There
is going to be a
is
move.
change.
Johnson's day will be done on the mound. New pitcher for the Tigers, and we return. Don't go anywhere.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
New pitcher into the game for the DeKalb County Tigers for the second consecutive day. Dallas Kirby comes on in relief. Pitched exactly 25 a day ago, so he can pitch today. And he steps in with Carson Shoup at the plate. Runners at first and second. Nobody out in the fourth. And the Bees trying to break this baseball game open.
Well, this is what they did with Johnson yesterday. Limited him to 25 pitches so they could use him today. And he has been run out. And so now it's Kirby's turn coming in from shortstop. All kinds of changes defensively as Webb goes to short, Barnes at second, and then back out to right field as Johnson.
First pitch swinging for Shoup, sends it up into the air, into left field, angling back to the wall and down at the wall. One run will score with ease, and that will be all. It's an RBI double for Carson Shoup, and he just barely missed the home run.
I mean, he missed it by 2 feet in that left center wall, and kind of said it coming back from the break. How big would a long ball be here for the Bees? Already up 5-0, and first pitch he sees jumps on it 2 feet away from making it a bigger lead, but still runners on second and third.
It landed into the fence.
Yeah.
It was so close to being out of here. As Alec Wilson will climb in. He's 1 for 2 today with a single and a fly out. He's got runners at second and third with nobody out. Dallas Kirby trying to settle in. That was an ambush swing for Carson Shoup.
Hey, why not? A guy that's coming in from the shortstop position, he's been swinging it really well and has continued to do so.
For Shoup, that is RBI number 12 of the campaign. One of those Bees with double-digit RBIs. Wilson sees that one miss low and in. 2-0. Alec Wilson, he can get into the double-digit RBI club. He's at 9 already. 2-0. That one across at the knees, 2-1.
So still ahead, still looking for a good one. You're just looking, even if you put it into the outfield, deep enough, you're going to score a run. Got 6 runs across right now, so you're just trying to get a couple more here and there, and obviously you're still going to play another inning no matter what.
4 more, and they'd only have to play a top half if they could work it clean. The 2-1, that's a great pitch. As Kirby tries to settle in. 72 on the gun is 2-2. Great pitch from Dallas Kirby.
Long looking.
Yeah, it took forever, and Wilson, I think, is going to call time potentially. Somebody did. So Shoup ripped the RBI double, and Worsing had to wait to tag up, so he didn't score on it. He's at third. 2-2 to Wilson. Slider. Cold strike 3. A great pitch for Dallas Kirby as he tries to settle in. That's a big out number 1.
Yeah, and for Alec Wilson on the other side, he's saying, all right, I want that coming up in the next half inning. But it was a really good pitch. He kind of started in the middle part of the zone, work it off the outside part, and able to get the call for that first out of the inning.
Rookie Allison will climb in. He has a walk and a fly out so far with an RBI. He's got 2 on with a 1 out. Kirby trying to work through trouble again. That one bounces in. Webb gets a piece as you just makes it look easy back there.
I don't even know if he makes it look easy. It's just he's so good at doing it. It's definitely not an easy thing to do.
Not at all.
They're going through the the signs on the chest protector as well with the runner on second base.
The 1-0, Allison sends this one way up into the air. Right fielder giving chase. Could be a tough play. Second baseman back, tips off the glove of Barnes. Quick throw back into home. Tag is not in time. Worsing is safe. It drops in. It's an error. A run scores, and it's 7-0.
What a tremendous slide by Chris Worsing as well, because that was a really good throw from Barnes at second base. It got there in time, and Webb just couldn't get the tag down in time. A great slide by Chris Worsing, and a head-first slide and only leaving that left hand out, so making it really difficult to apply the tag at home.
Juju Yano has a walk and an RBI today along with a strikeout. Dallas Kirby got the fly out, but Barnes just checked in, couldn't get it. He's kind of drifting back behind him, tipped off the glove. It's the first error of the game for DeKalb County, and the Bees have added 2 more. They're looking for more than that, though. First pitch to Yano. He rips this one in the left field for a base hit. That will score a run. An RBI single for Yano, and Upperman's lead is 8-0, and the run rule run is potentially on first. We will play a top half no matter what. But it's gut check time for the Tigers as Carson Holroyd will climb in.
Yeah, well-struck ball there by Yano, left side of the infield. And now it's Carson Holroyd's chance with the runners on first and third. And looks like he might have a little conversation on the mound, trying to settle down Kirby a little bit. He's only thrown 8 pitches, but he's given up a few runs.
And now 13 RBIs on the season for Yano. It's an Upperman team that you think, man, they got a lot of RBI. They're scoring a ton of runs right now, a ton of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you go back to last week, 3 run rule victories, 7 wins in a row right now, looking at 8.
Carson Holroyd climbs in. He had 2 RBIs on the suicide squeeze earlier as Kirby steps off and looks the runner back. He then walked in the third, so a productive day for Holroyd right now. He's looking for more. Runners at the corners, still just 1 out. Yano with a huge lead. He stays for now. First pitch, across the fastball, 0-1.
DeKalb County, the way they've played this is their shortstop will usually come up a couple steps in front of the bag at second to make the throw shorter to home plate if Yano were to go.
Maybe a bunt spot we'll see for Holroyd. Case is on deck next. That would be a bunt spot as well. And Kirby gives the kind of obligatory step. And I think Wes Shanks is saying, is that not a balk? He's got his hands up in the air. I don't think it's a balk, but he's got his hands up in the air like he thinks it is. And now Kirby will step off. I think that was okay. Yano takes his lead at first. Allison over at third. And Holroyd slaps it through, and it will be another RBI. Yano chugging for third, and he will be safe as well. Runners at the corners on the RBI single for Carson Holroyd. Yano slipped up a little bit on his way around third. Looks like he's okay. And 3 RBIs on the day for Carson Holroyd. Here comes Rylan Case, and the Bees now 1 run away from forcing a ton of pressure on DeKalb with the run rule being in play.
It's a really good swing by Carson Holroyd. He had a little bit of a hole there between first and second with the runner being held on at first base and just got a pitch on the outside part of the plate, pokes it that way through to the outfield and scores that run. You mentioned Juju Yano. He's running hard, kind of had to throw on the brakes around third base. Was a little bit slow kind of getting back into the bag, so you hope that he's okay, but he now stands over at third, still with 1 out.
8 RBIs on the season now for Holroyd as Case smacks this one up into the air, and it will be caught by Kirby. So there's a big second out as they try to stave off having to score a run in the top half to avoid the run rule. But here comes Evan Huddleston. Hit a hard-hit ball to left his last time up. It was caught. He also has a double today.
I was going to ask, maybe you see a bunt there or with a runner on third base and Rylan Case at the plate, but swinging first pitch and pops it up.
Yeah, I was surprised because we've seen the squeeze play work well for him today, but they didn't go to it there. The 9th batter of the inning for the Bees. Kirby trying to get back into the dugout. And when you consider the pitch count on the other side for the Bees, how valuable would a 10-run lead be as they would just need 3 more outs? With a couple of big ones in non-district play later this week. Holroyd takes his lead at first. First pitch swinging for Huddleston. It's fouled over the field house.
Well, and even if you don't get that 1 run across here in this 4th, obviously you could have a chance coming up in the bottom of the 5th as well.
Could walk it off in that respect.
If you hold them cleanly, obviously, in that next half inning.
Braden Green on deck next here. 4 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 0 in the third, 4 in the fourth for the Bees. Dallas Kirby trying to find the third out here in relief. He's thrown 12 pitches so far. Jimmy, I hate that song. As the runners at the corners. Kirby comes home. That one misses inside. Delayed steal for Holroyd. They cut it off. The throw back home. Tag is there, and the catch is made. He hangs on to it, does Ty Webb, and that will retire the side on the collision with him and Yano. So they try a little small ball there, and DeKalb County able to hold it to 9, but not before 4 more runs come across for the Bees. We'll head to the 5th. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Alec Wilson back to work. At 60 pitches, he's going to face off against the top of the order for DeKalb County. 1, 2, 3 due up in a 9-hole deficit. They got to find a way to get some runs here. If not, 1, 2, 3 due up for the Bees. In the bottom half, they would need 1 run to get to the run rule.
Yeah, and obviously it's going to be tough to do against Alec Wilson on the mound, who is really settled in nicely. Had a rough couple of first innings there, and pitch count at 60 right now through 4, so obviously not working as cleanly as he normally does, but we talked about it. The important number, 0 runs, and he's only allowed 1 hit.
Well, how high is the standard for Alec Wilson?
Right.
He's thrown 4 shutout innings of 1-hit baseball, and we're like, he's been good again today. It's Ty Webb will stand in. And he's looking for another shutout, of which, as the first pitch misses a little bit low, 1-0.
Who knows? He keeps this up. Maybe he earns himself Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game.
There's no way you're going to give it to him. It's the 1-0. That one's across for a strike.
Does that mean you're picking it today?
Ty Webb, he's walked and grounded out so far. We'll have to see. There's a lot of, again, we say it all the time.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of options. Wilson working quickly, and he got that one, 1-2.
Stone leading Livingston Academy in the 6th inning 5-0. Beat him yesterday 1-0.
This curveball's rolled over, and sweeps outside of the Bees are tough to come by, so that could be big for Stone as they try to get back to 500 in district play. See if we can find something on that Cumberland County Sparta game, as CC, as of right now, the only team within even spitting distance of the Bees. 2 games back. Another 1-2 coming from Wilson to Webb. Breaking ball, and that one bounced a few feet in front of the plate. 2-2.
It's a pretty good block, too.
Long look in here for Wilson. Likes that call, the 2-2. This one's rolled over, foul. We'll do it again. Webb, Kirby, and Tucker Webb coming up to the plate here as DeKalb looks for a little magic. Trying to claw their way back into it. 2-2. This one sent way up into the air. Case and Huddleston tracking. It's Evan Huddleston who makes the catch for out number 1.
First action he's had out there, and first action the outfield has had in some time.
For the Bees, this has been the friendly confines of their home stadium. They're 6-1 on the season in this building.
Cumberland County beating White County 2-0.
So Cumberland County does get the sweep. They get to 4-2, so that series next week could be interesting. as the first pitch is roped here by Dallas Kirby, and it's the second base hit of the game for the Tigers as he'll rip the one-out single.
In that Cumberland County game, they only had one hit. Scored 2 runs on the one hit.
Wow, 2-0 win for the Jets.
This is a good ball game. Just 1 hit for Cumberland County, 2 hits for White County, unable to bring any across.
CC, also the only team in the district now above 500 on the season, as that one's across with a fastball, 0-1.
Yeah, how about the job Coach Thompson has done there?
Did a good job in Sparta, not trying to do it at Cumberland County as Tucker Webb's at the plate. He has sack, bunt, and a walk so far.
There's the goose.
Thanks for dressing up for work, buddy. Goodness gracious. Basketball season ends and Goose just turns into a hobo out here. Here comes the 0-1. I'm kidding, everybody. Please don't send me emails.
The only difference, I'm just wearing the work polo. I got sweatpants on, too.
Yeah. It's the first day this week I haven't been in sweat, so. Tucker Webb at the plate. Evan Pritchard behind him. Runner at first is Kirby after the one-out single. Comes the 0-2. Curveball, and they say he offered at it. It's a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Alec Wilson.
It looked pretty close to being a strike anyways. I mean, that breaking ball has been really solid, but he gets another strikeout up there, and now 2 outs in the inning.
The 4th strikeout of the day for Wilson, as Evan Pritchard will climb in. He's at 71 pitches now. The Bees would love to get out of this and get a run roll wet and not have to get into their bullpen today. And that curveball is nasty for Wilson, 0-1.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, he's got until 120.
Yep.
Because you're not going to use him on a Saturday with Monday, Tuesday games following that.
0-1 fastball. This one's flicked over into left. Long way to go for Case, and it is down, and it gets by him. Kirby's going to score as Case is just now to it. The throw into Yano. He'll throw home, not in time. And it'll be an RBI double for Evan Pritchard, and DeKalb gets one on the board. It's 9-1.
Yeah, and Case just didn't take a great angle at it. It gets past him out there in left field, and that was exactly why Kirby was able to come around to score. Otherwise, he probably gets cut off there at third base. So now you're going to have to score a couple of runs coming up in the 5th if you want to end it early for the Bees.
And Luke Johnson will climb in here in a 9-1 ball game. Wilson will try to put that one behind him. It's a good piece of hitting, as that one's on the outside corner for strike 1. It's a hit no matter what. A better angle would have probably prevented the run from scoring, but Pritchard did the job there for DeKalb. 0-1, this is low and outside. 1-1.
Hey, so what next pitch, Al? It's all right. We're going to get 2 next. Let's go. You're all right.
Wilson with the 1-1 coming home. This one barreled up, and that's angling towards the gap. It will get down. Huddleston to it. How about an RBI for Luke Johnson? And it's 9-2. The Tigers will not go quietly here tonight.
Yeah, a good piece of hitting there. Those last couple, able to play a couple of runs. We saw him do it in the first inning last night, able to do so here, and at least extend this game a little bit longer now for DeKalb County. And again, with Lee Johnson pitched, kind of settled the seas, and then it got out of hand a little bit. We'll see if Kirby's able to do so coming up in the next half inning.
Silas Kirksey climbs in. First pitch bounces and gets away from rookie Allison. Another runner in scoring position here for the Tigers. Kirksey trying to add on to the RBI parade. That one misses low, 2-0. So the 6-hole hitter up now. Back-to-back RBIs, one by Pritchard, one by Luke Johnson. He's now in scoring position as this fastball is rolled over towards Yano. Fields it cleanly. The throw to first is in time, and that will retire this side. But not before the Tigers get a couple back. We'll head to the bottom half. It's 9-2 Bees as they blare out the national anthem, Rocky Top Time, here in Baxter. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Auction Group offers expertise in a variety of services, including real estate, personal property, equipment, and nonprofit benefit auctions. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their upcoming auctions at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Auction Group is proud to support student-athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
DeKalb says run rule, maybe not so fast, my friend. 9-2, the Tigers get a couple in the top half, but it is 9-1-2 due up for the Bees. Huddleston, Green, and Worsing will look for 3 to try to end it here. The Tigers not going quietly. We got a little bit intrigue tonight in Baxter as the sun has set and the chills are back out in the air. Happy to be along with you. I'm Noah, that's Jacob. We'll be back here tomorrow, weather permitting, as the Bees take on Watertown. Undefeated Class 2A Watertown. The Bees, winners of 7 in a row, looking to make it 8 today. 2 state championship contenders going to face off tomorrow in non-district action.
Yeah, Watertown 15-0. They're actually beating Mount Juliet right now 2-0.
They're losing to Mount Juliet.
Sorry.
2-0.
Losing to Mount Juliet 2-0. They've only got 1 hit going right now.
And a non-district week there, so good for the Bees probably that Mount Juliet had to play so they don't have everybody available to throw. As the first pitch hits Evan Huddleston right in the back from Kirby, and the Bees will have a leadoff base runner. It sets the table for Braden Green. Hit a single his last time up, came around to score. He's also walked today and grounded out. 2 runs scored so far for Green.
Well, and the important part, he hit it to opposite field his last time up and hit it well to opposite field. It wasn't just a flare out there, so he's starting to spray it out there a little bit more around the ballpark, and we'll see if he's able to do it again with a runner at first.
Huddleston takes his lead at first. He's been on the base paths a couple of times today. First pitch from Kirby, misses outside, ball 1. So Upperman was hoping to need 1 run in here and be out of here. Instead, they need 3. If not, it's going to get into the 6th. The 1-0 is Huddleston gets a great jump. Looking for the hit and run. It won't be hit, but it does get into the outfield. It's a Turfmaster stolen base for Evan Huddleston.
Yeah, and he said it. He got a great jump to throw a little bit high from Webb. Sails into the outfield, but a good backup by the center fielder.
And it didn't matter. It had to be the throw of the year. Yadier behind the plate. Get Huddleston on that one with the jump he got. It's now a runner in scoring position. Here's the 1-1 to Green. That one, Kid Webb just snatches it up, throws back to his pitcher. Everybody stays where they are.
He's pretty good.
Absolutely. Nine runs on 8 hits. 1 error in the field for DeKalb County so far. As that one misses outside. Webb tried to frame it, but it did miss. 3-1, and the very dangerous Chris Worsing waiting on deck for the Bees.
Yeah, and Kirby's trying to really go on this outside part of the zone. Really doesn't want to put anything on the inside half against Green, who can do some damage with it.
The 3-1. He brought it inside. Green sends this one up into the air. Driver trying to adjust. Under it in center. Makes the catch. Huddleston is tagging, and he will pull in safely on the sac fly.
Yeah, he got it deep enough, so that's the important part. Driver had to kind of make an adjustment out there in center field, but makes the right adjustment, makes the catch, but again, gets the job done, moves the runner up to third base.
And now here's Chris Worsing. As you would expect, he's been all over the base paths again. 2 for 2 today, 2 singles, 2 runs scored, and a walk.
It's pretty good.
Solid.
Driven in a run. That fly deserved better.
Rest in peace. I hate flies. Killed that one. Absolutely smashed it.
It just didn't move.
Tell your friends. He couldn't hit a bear
now.
paw coming at him. No time.
No self-awareness.
Nope, that was too quick.
Head wasn't on a swivel.
That's Worsing. He's got some pop in the bat today. Sends this one up in foul territory and how to play. 0-1.
He crushed one that went foul earlier over the fence, just foul.
Had home run distance on it.
Seen a couple of them. Saw one from him and Shoop as well in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, Shoop was in the field of play to the fence as that one bounces in, and guess what? Ty Webb blocked it.
a magnet.
It gets behind you here, run scoring. With the speed of Huddleston over at third.
Unless it takes a perfect bounce back. It's about the only way you're going to be able to get especially a speedy runner.
Worsing looking for RBI number 15 of the campaign. Leads the team as the 1-1. This one's rolled foul, 1-2. There's earthquakes in line with the music here. Here comes the 1-2 into Worsing. Kirby fires the slider, rolled right back to him. He looks back to run it to third, and now will flip over to first. Nicely done by Dallas Kirby for the second out of the inning.
That's a really good job, and he didn't just give the one quick look and then throw over. He really made sure that Huddleston was staying put over there at third base and then made a good throw. He knew he had plenty of time. So a nice play by the normal shortstop, Dallas Kirby, on the mound for that second out.
Carson Shoup was 2 feet away from his first home run of the season his last time up. He ripped an RBI double off the fence. He's walked and flown out today as well. Climbs back in here. And that was the first pitch for Kirby, by the way. So he's worked pretty nicely after that. As the first pitch is a slider. And gets a call and a half, 0-1. And Alec Wilson's over there on deck saying, I need that one. Comes the 0-1 from Kirby. Fastball, he's trying to go back there, but missed it that time, 1-1. So Shoup's at the plate, Wilson's on deck. Huddleston 90 feet away. He was hit by a pitch, the first pitch of the inning. And then a sac fly and a ground out. Ultimately has him stuck at third. Can they strand him there? The 1-1 went back to that breaking ball, 2-1.
It's a pretty good layoff, especially after getting the called strike on the first one. That one looked like it was a little more centralized, but misses low.
That one misses. Now 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count for Shoup. Shoup climbs back in. Dallas Kirby trying to get an out here as time will be called. So already final in the district tonight. Cumberland County sweeps White County. They're 4-2 now in 7 AAA play. 3-1. That one catches the inside corner. We run full 3-2 with 2 outs.
He said it too. The only other team above 500, 7-6 now on the season. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's a payoff pitch to Carson Shoup. That one dips away. He lays off. It's a Nick's Restaurant walk. And now runners at the corners. Potential game icing run coming to the plate in the form of Alec Wilson. He's 1 for 3 today with a single, a strikeout, and a flyout. I'd love to keep it going. Obviously, the important one, get that run home from third. Just extend it. Make it 10-2. And see if you can just keep those on-deck batters coming to the plate. Obviously, we've seen DeKalb County in first and third in that last inning, able to get the out at home on Juju Llanos. So we'll see how aggressive the Bees are on the base path here with 2 outs.
A quick note, because we alluded to it earlier, just doing the math. I can do this level of math. If Upperman does win this game tonight, they can win the district next week against Cumberland County. As Kirby fires the first pitch to Wilson, it misses low for ball 1, and it's a little interesting finish for Kirby. Not sure if it was just a little overexertion or what, but he's back on the rubber. Runners at the corners here. The 1-0. Wilson rips this one over. Shortstop there. Eats him up a little bit. The throw to first is in time, and that will retire the side. Runners left stranded at the corners for the Bees. We will head to the 6th inning in a 9-2 ball game. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
9-2, the Bees lead. Alec Wilson back to work, 78 pitches, 2 more innings of work to go. The Bees hope for their senior number 1. It is 7-8-9 due up for DeKalb County here on the road in Baxter. I'm Noah, that's Jacob. Happy to be along with you. DeKalb did what they needed to do. Got 2 in the last inning. They're trying to do that again and then some to make it really interesting and try to get into the Bees bullpen.
We've talked about Cumberland County, a win tonight, a really good win against White County, so they're now kind of catapulting into that second spot in the district. The only team that hasn't split, Stone Memorial, looks like they might actually sweep Livingston Academy as well.
So if Stone Memorial does beat Livingston tonight and Upperman wins tonight, a win for the Bees over Cumberland County next week in the first game could a sweep next week would ice it.
Yeah.
A sweep next week would ice it in
then they can
the
lose
second week of
2.
April.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Which is ridiculous. As the first pitch is swung on and fouled back here by Colin Young.
Goose is out here today. Got softball action earlier. Gordonsville and Upperman. Gordonsville won that game 7-0.
As Young slaps this one, it's angling, could stay fair, potentially no. Just drops foul as Holroyd gave chase, had no chance to get there, and it's 0-2.
And you might see this DeKalb County team be a little bit more aggressive now, down by the 7 runs. Those innings getting a little bit lesser. Only going to have one more chance after this inning, and obviously got to do it against, well, one of the best pitchers in this district.
The 0-2 from Wilson. Curveball, called, strike 3. Best pitch of the game for Alec Wilson. It's a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout.
Yeah, that was pretty. Again, you started out that left shoulder, left elbow area. Break it off of it. 5th strikeout of the day for Alec Wilson.
Elliott Barnes going to climb in here and swing for the first time. As Wilson's first pitch is fouled back, and that curveball was so nasty. You wonder if that totally dials in Alec Wilson out there as he tries to finish this one off with 5 outs left for the Tigers. Comes the 0-1. That one fouled back again. It's 0-2.
He's been trying to find it all night long. You said it. That might be the one to kind of set him right.
Says no to the first. He wants something. Big yes nod. Here comes the 0-2. And he got him chasing the high cheese. Back-to-back Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeouts for Alec Wilson. Oh, watch out. Andrew Dacus going to climb in and try and reach for the first time. He's 0 for 2.
Yeah, this is the Alec Wilson that we're used to seeing. Quick working, couple of strikeouts, now 2 outs in the inning. Dacus going to see if he can't disrupt that rhythm a little bit and maybe keep this inning going for the Tigers.
Now 60 punch-outs on the campaign for Alec Wilson in under 40 innings of work as the first pitch misses. Under 39 innings of work.
Solid.
That'll play. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball, trying to get that inside corner, but missed it a couple of times now, 2-0.
Yeah, trying to get that inside corner because then you can rip that breaking ball off, and there's nothing you're going to do with it.
This one's flicked into foul territory. Holroyd will give it a look, but cannot quite get there.
Got a good jump on it.
He did. He's kind of shading that way. 2-1 now. Dacus, he's flown out and grounded out so far, both to Yano over at shortstop. Mentioned for the Bees tomorrow, not a lot of intrigue. Chris Worsing probably going to have the ball for him against undefeated Watertown, who's in a fight right now with Mount Juliet. Here comes the 2-1. It's a called strike on the check swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We'll check on DeKalb County later on as well this week. Comes the 2-2. One misses low with a fastball, and we run full.
Watertown still trailing 2-0 against Mount Juliet. They're in the 6th over there.
3-2 payoff pitch coming home. Good battle there. Doc is able to tip it back, and we'll do it again. Franklin County, we'll see where DeKalb County's going. Maybe the worst game changer in the Upper Cumberland. We never know what's going on. As that one misses low, ball 4, and a good job out of the 9 spot by Andrew Dacus to put a little pressure on. He'll head down to first and sets the table for Ty Webb.
And that's kind of what he's been dealing with tonight. A little uncharacteristic with the walks tonight. I think he said he only had 5 coming into it today. And
he had, on the season, 8 total walks.
Oh, 8.
In district play, he had 3, and he has 5 tonight. So DeKalb's work counts, but Wilson's been able to work through it. And here comes Wes Shanks at 91 pitches.
And this might just be a visit, because I think I saw Coach Dronbarger actually had to leave mid-game.
Yeah, Coach Dronbarger had to head out. So this is maybe a mound visit here to have a word. I'd be stunned if Alec Wilson comes out of this game right now.
Yeah, especially with 2 outs here in the 6th.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's been working either. I think this is, as you said, Coach Dronbarger had to leave.
Yeah. So normally this would be Coach Dronbarger's spot.
And this is an important situation with Ty Webb at the plate. He's looking for his first base hit. He reached on a walk to open the game. Has grounded out and flown out since then. If you're able to get the out in your Wilson, you get one of the best hitters in the ballpark out, and you probably don't have to see him again.
Yep.
For Webb, it's all about getting on base. You're not getting them all back right here. It's one at a time. See what you can scrape across and go from there. First pitch for Wilson, right to that curveball, and it's dropped in for strike 1.
That's beautiful.
And now he's about to work quick. That's slower than I thought, actually. It takes his time. Look at it. Runner takes his lead at first after the walk. Comes the 0-1. Fastball. Got the outside corner, 0-2. Runner takes his lead at first, an 0-2. Webb trying to battle in. Wilson fires home. Curveball rolled over, and what a grab by Chris Worsing to throw to first in time. A really nice play made by the sophomore Worsing to retire the side, and we will head to the bottom of the 6th in a 9-2 ball game. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Allison Yano Holroyd due up for the Bees. It is Dallas Kirby back to work here for the Tigers in a 9-2 ball game. As Kirby's thrown 30 pitches in relief, he's been able to limit damage and work through a couple of base runners. He had runner at third with nobody out, or with one out rather, and was able to navigate through that in the bottom of the 5th. Now in the 6th, trying to keep it at a 0 and certainly less than 3. 3 runs for the Bees in this half, ball game over. If not, we head to the top of the 7th, where it'll be the last chance for the Tigers.
Yeah, either way, it's going to be tough for DeKalb County. You hold them here, and then you're down to your final chance against Alec Wilson, who is only at 94 pitches right now, so he's got plenty of pitches to work with coming up in the 7th. Or you give up some base runners, and it's going to be finished out here in the 6th. So it's an uphill battle right now for DeKalb County. Dallas Kirby has come in. He's at 30 pitches in his few innings of work so far, and he's done an okay job in limiting the damage for the most part. And was able to work cleanly through in that last inning, so he's looking for another goose egg up there.
Rookie Allison will climb in. He has an RBI, a walk. He has reached on an error as well, scored 1 run. His runner has scored another. And he's flown out. A little bit of everything so far has Allison. His first appearance against Kirby was that error that he reached on. As the first pitch misses low for a ball. Still a good crowd on hand despite the chillier temperatures than we had at the start, as that one's fouled back 1-1. Softball team has made it over, the Lady Bees.
Yeah, not quite as cold as it was yesterday. Not necessarily warm now. It's still 60 degrees, though.
And we're missing that breeze. It was low 40s yesterday. Comes the 1-1. That one trying to get that inside call. Can't get it. Kind of buckled the knees of Kirby. He really wanted it. It's 2-1.
How long did it take for your toes to warm up yesterday?
A while.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. 2-1. That one behind Allison. He has to drop the bat down. Make sure it doesn't hit it. 3-1. You really would love a clean inning if you're Tad Webb. You understand you're in a big hole, but don't want to make it any worse.
Mm-hmm.
And you certainly don't want the game to end here in the 6th.
I mentioned DeKalb County and possibly playing Franklin County tomorrow, depending on if the game changer is correct.
3-1. Allison flicks this one up into the air. Right fielder trying to track it. I believe that's Johnson, and he backpedals to make the catch for out number 1.
Came in initially and then was able to make the adjustments and scoop back just in time. Makes the catch for out number 1. Yano will have another chance coming up.
Juju Yano, he is 1 for 2 today. An RBI single, an RBI on a walk, and a strikeout so far. Second appearance against Kirby, hit that single back in the last inning, and he was gunned down at home later on in the frame. First pitch for Kirby. Right on that inside spot again. It's been a strike tonight, 0-1.
That was a nice play on the 1st and 3rd when Yano was running home. Tucker Webb steps in front of the bag, just a little bit short, makes a seed of a throw to home plate.
Yano sends this one up into the air, driver tracking it. No more sun to deal with, and he's able to make the catch for out number 2. Carson Holroyd step in, looking for some 2-out magic. And if not, it's about to be, we imagine, Alec Wilson's ball to try to finish this one out for the Bees. Chase Brown is on deck, so he could pinch hit. He got a hit yesterday, pinch hitting. So instead of Riley and Case, it'll be Brown. As Holroyd awaits, first pitch in from Kirby, and again, he has to duck out of the way.
And he's kind of looked down at that landing area a couple of times. I don't know if he's just not landing where he wants to, landing correctly.
1-0, that one low. Uh, 2-0. Holroyd slaps this one up into the air, angling back from second, tracking it the whole way, and making the catch is Barnes, and it is the 1-2-3 inning the Tigers are looking for. Last chance for them when we come back. Coverage has been presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Top of the 7th, and it is Alec Wilson trying to close out another complete game victory for the Bees. He has 3 of them so far. It's at 94 pitches, and it's going to be 2-3-4 to up for the Tigers in a 9-2 ball game.
And so this is who you want up for DeKalb County, but you mentioned it. That was a big out in that last inning for Alec Wilson because he had Webb up first and Ty Webb and was able to get that out. So really nice play by Chris Worsing at third base to get the out. And so now you got to face 2, 3, and 4.
First pitch breaking ball, smacked foul for Kirby. So far today, he's 1 for 3, has a single, a couple of strikeouts against the Carson Newman signee. There's the 0-1 right there, and again, we're talking about Alec Wilson is this and that. Well, he's given up 2 runs on 4 hits, and he's in line for a complete game victory. Pretty darn good. Here comes the 0-2. That one bounces in and eats up Allison and the umpire a little bit on that
Got
one.
a little bit of help. So looks like it might be turning into 8 in a row for the Bees.
Looking for that as Wilson has 6 strikeouts. Yeah, 8 victories. And again, it all starts that disastrous Saturday, and then it turned into a great Saturday for Upperman fans as the 1-2 misses outside. And then they get Evan Huddleston and Rylan Case into the lineup, and they have not lost since.
Yeah, what a wild swing of emotions. You play 2 games. In the second game, you just was, I don't even know if you consider that baseball.
Kirby turns on this one into the gap in left center field. It is way back and down, rolling to the fence. Kirby around 2, chugging for 3, and it will be a leadoff triple for Dallas Kirby. Back-to-back hits in his last 2 plate appearances, and there was some real pop. Every other ballpark in this district, that is gone. Here's a trip for Wes Shanks, and we'll see if it's time for a call to the bullpen for the Bees. It looks like it will be. He points into right. Carson Holroyd closed the game yesterday. He's going to try and close the game today. New pitcher for the Bees when we come back after the triple for Dallas Kirby. Don't go anywhere.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
New pitcher for the Bees, Carson Holroyd, going to pitch in the 7th for the 2nd straight day. He worked clean a day ago in Smithville. He checks in here after 6 innings of work for Alec Wilson, but the leadoff triple for Dallas Kirby gets the Bees into the pen. That's what Tad Webb was looking for, but Carson Holroyd's been good so far this season, a 2.21 ERA. This is his 5th appearance, all out of the bullpen. He has a save in 6 1/3 innings. He has 8 strikeouts with 3 walks, only 2 earned runs allowed, and batters hitting .208 against him. That's actually best on the team.
Yeah, and he was real clean yesterday. pitches, 7 strikes, 2 strikeouts in that clean inning of work to get out of it in the 7th.
Tucker Webb trying to get on base, get that first run across, trailing by 7 as the first pitch from Holroyd's across for strike 1. Also, Alec Wilson will then move over to first. Carson Shoup at third. Chris Worsing at second. And back into right goes Braden Green as this one smacked foul, and it's quickly 0-2. 75 on the fastball for Holroyd.
That's also why you bring Holroyd in this position. Don't have to make any subs. Everybody just kind of moves around back to their normal positions.
Here comes the 0-2. Inside, cold, strike 3. Atop some machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. How about that out of the pen for Holroyd? For out number 1, Evan Pritchard, he's having a nice day. Reached all 3 plate appearances, walked, single, and an RBI double. He strides in here trying to score the run from third.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for out of your cleanup spots. And Dallas Kirby led it off with the hit to the outfield.
First pitch swinging here, and he continues his great day at the plate. The run will score, and it closes the book on Wilson, and it's a 6-run game. Pritchard with the RBI single. It's his second ribby of the day.
Yeah, Pritchard saying it well. Put it to the outfield again, plates another, and again, for the Bees, you're just looking for 2 more outs. You're up by 6 runs. 2 more outs will finish this ball game out, and that's the important part.
Luke Johnson hit an RBI single in his last appearance as part of a 1-for-3 day. And looks like they're going to get a runner maybe over there at first. They are. So a little more speed on the base paths for Coach Webb. And here's Johnson. Holroyd out of the stretch. First pitch swinging, this one flicked into left. Long way to come up to it, and it will drop in for a bloop single. DeKalb County continuing to battle. Runners at first and second with 1 out for Silas Kirksey.
That's a good job, especially with Holroyd coming on, getting the strikeout for that first down, and then the last 2 pitches been hit hard to the outfield and center and then in left, and just too short for Case to get to, and so they've keeping it going.
Back-to-back singles here for the Tigers, down by 6. First pitch swinging here. This one rolled over. Carson Shoup back at third, makes the grab, throws to first in time, and the Tigers are down to their final out tonight as the runners advance over 90 feet.
Well, good job by Carson Shoup. You mentioned it over at first base to start this one with Alec Wilson on the mound. When he comes off, Wilson goes back to first, Shoup back to third, and that's a good play. Charging onto it, making a good throw. Now you can focus on the batter at the plate.
Colin Young has a sac bunt in the second, reached on an error in the 4th and struck out. And his first pitch swinging here. Rookie Allison trying to find it for the win. He makes the catch, and that will do it. Final score from Baxter, Upperman 9, DeKalb County 3. The Bees run their win streak up to 8 consecutive games.
Yeah, another 9-3 victory, a big one for the Bees. 8 wins in a row and still undefeated in district play. 6-0 in 7 AAA, and that's, 2 good wins. 13-2 yesterday, 9-3 today, and now you've got some really fun matchups coming up tomorrow and Saturday as well. Didn't have to get into the bullpen terribly deep. Carson Holroyd had to come on for 1 inning last night, 1 inning tonight. He does the job and able to get out of both innings. So another really good win for the Bees, and a couple of good days at the plate. Chris Worsing, he had a couple of hits. 1-run score, or 2-run scored, a run driven in. Carson Holroyd mentioned he finishes it out. He drove in 3 runs. He had that squeeze play back early on in this game. And
winning pitcher today, Alec Wilson, gets to 5-1 on the campaign. And his 6th start of the season, continuing his strong play for the Bees. A very balanced effort again up and down the stat sheet offensively. Makes your job very tough to choose the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game.
We'll go with Alec Wilson. The 6 innings, he was struggling a little bit at the start of it, worked through some base runners today, and able still, like we said, well, we talked about it, the bar has been set so high with how well he has pitched in his first few outings, and he still gets the job done, just the 3 runs across, and obviously got some run support as well, but we'll go with Alec Wilson. He had the 6 Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeouts, only the 5 hits allowed in the 6 innings of work.
He is the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game, weather permitting. The Bees back here tomorrow in a big one against currently, for now, down 2-0 Watertown, who was 15-0 entering the evening. And they are still down 2-0 to Mount Juliet. But regardless, it's going to be a 2A powerhouse coming to town tomorrow. Again, weather permitting, we'll have to keep an eye over at Upper Cumberland Weather to see what's going on with the forecast. For DeKalb County, we believe they have Franklin County tomorrow, also weather permitting. Final score today is the Bees sweep the doubleheader and win their 8th consecutive game. Upperman 9, DeKalb County 3. Keep your eyes on UpperCumberlandReporter.com for coverage of this game and Gordonsville Upperman softball earlier on today. Goose is here, and he's wrapping up content for the website coming up momentarily. We'll talk to you all tomorrow from Baxter. Until then, I'm Noah McKay for Jacob Vincent to my right and everybody at UCR. Have a great night, everybody.